Hello followers and welcome back to my Minecraft tutorial. This is episode 69 and in today's episode I'm going to show you how to install and use a resource pack in Minecraft 1.6. So resource packs are a new addition to the game with Minecraft 1.6 and they replace the old texture packs which were used in version 1.5 and below. So if you go into your options menu, you will now see a resource packs button instead of a texture packs button. And we're going to, in today's episode, install one. We're actually first going to download one together, then we're going to install one, and then we're going to look at what it does to the game. But before we get into that, I think we need to talk about why you would be interested in resource packs and what's going to happen with resource packs over the coming updates. So, resource packs, as I say, were introduced to replace texture packs, but that was not the sole reason because, hey, let's face it, that would just change its name, right? The actual addition of resource packs is designed to help incorporate the new plugin API, which is going to be coming soon to Minecraft, which is basically a tool for players which they will be able to create their own mods with. So if you imagine something like Forge now, basically, Mojang is going to release their own API, and each mod, or mods, will be a resource pack. And players will be able to install these resource packs at the click of a button and be able to customize their game with greater ease and flexibility than we have to do now with, for example, dragging files around, relying on developer teams like Feed the Beast, or actually having to use something like Magic Launcher. That's all going to get removed and it's all going to be kind of just incorporated into these resource packs. So these resource packs currently support textures, as we already know. They replace texture packs, but they do a whole lot more than texture packs did. They now support custom fonts, custom sounds, and there's a couple of other less notable things as well, like you can change the end credits, I believe. And there's a couple of other things. I'm going to link a page to the Minecraft wiki about resource packs so you can check out the exact details of what they are currently capable of changing. So we're going to look now into how to download one, and this is very similar to my how to install a texture pack in 1.5 video. So it may be quite similar to that, but because that is obsolete now, because it was for an old version, I'm going to do it again in case anybody is new to the game. And thinks that that version is outdated, and it's always good to just kind of recap something like this again, because after this I will probably start doing some resource pack test drives. So when I link people, I've got a video that I can say this is how you install it if you're interested. So we're going to kind of get two birds with one stone, so to speak. Yes, Alfred, it's exciting, I know. So, alright, let's hop on to my desktop where we will download a resource pack. The resource pack we are going to be downloading is exactly the same as I did before. It's going to be the Faithful resource pack. And the Faithful resource pack only changed textures, as far as I'm aware. Only changes textures, should I say. But have a look and see what's out there and check stuff out. I would recommend going on places such as Punchwood or Minecraft forums or perhaps Reddit, the Minecraft Reddit as well, and see if anybody's got something out there which might be of interest to you. I know that there are some resource packs with custom sounds and fonts and so forth in, but this just for me was simple, it was convenient, and it's one that a lot of people will use a lot of the time, so we're just going to do this one for kind of ease and simplicity. So let's hop over to my desktop. So now we're going to download this by just clicking the latest version, and you're probably going to get a zip file. Most will come in a zip. Some may come in a RAR and then you have to unzip them and put them into a zip, but for most, pretty much 95% of all resource packs, you're going to get a zip. So what you want to do is save the file. You don't want to open it, you want to make sure that it's saved. Now I'm doing this in Firefox. It may be different if you use Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, but generally it's the same sort of thing. You want to save the file. And this is going to go to my downloads folder, which I have opened down below, so let's just click OK, and it will proceed to download it. As you can see, downloads complete. All files have finished downloading. So in my downloads folder now is the Faithful 32pack.zip. So there is the Faithful texture pack, well, resource pack should I say. Now we want to move this because it's doing no good here. Now there are two different ways you can do this. You can go into the game and go into the options menu and choose resource pack and then open resource pack folder, or you can just type it in manually by going to your little bar here and then going percentage app data percentage and then going into Minecraft, well .minecraft, and then resource packs, and I have Sortex Fanver already installed. So you probably won't have everything that I have, particularly if you're a new user, because I am a really messy pup and I have not cleaned anything out, and I've tried a couple of different things. So ignore some of these odd things like the mods and so forth. You're just looking for this resource pack folder. Now what you want to do is you want to separate these two, and you want to drag Faithful 32 pack or whatever resource pack it is into resource packs. And on Windows you will see move to resource packs. I don't have a Mac, so I can't do it on a Mac, but I think it's generally the same sort of thing. Just drag it across and that's it. It's as simple as that. It's installed. Now what we'll be able to do now is go into the game and choose this resource pack and be able to use it in game, and it's as simple as that to install a resource pack. Very user friendly. All you have to do really is just do a drag and drop and a download. Very simple stuff. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rejoin you guys in game and we're going to take a look at this resource pack. Okay guys, so here we are back on the main tutorial world here, and as we've shown from the last clip, we have now got a fully installed resource pack, and let's show how to use it. So you can either go onto the Minecraft main menu screen and choose options from there, or you can go into the options menu and change it from in-game by pressing ESC, the ESC key, and then options, and then resource packs. And as you can see, faithful32pack.zip is right here, Vatix faithful 32x32 pack, then click that. And here's the open resource pack folder button if you wish to access the folder that way. And then you click done, and then done, and then back to game, and bada bing bada boom, we have the resource pack installed. So now as you can see, we have slightly different textures to the actual vanilla textures, but they still retain a very similar look. Now depending on which resource pack you choose, you can make the game a lot different. There are a lot of different medieval ones out there, there are realistic packs, there are so many different packs to choose from, so I'm sure that if you want to use these there will be something to your tastes. Personally I don't mind using the vanilla normal texture pack. By the way, this is just my extra storage bunker, because I was running out of room for everything that I have in that level. So it's basically as simple as that really, and now you have a custom resource pack. Now depending on whether your resource pack has sounds, then if it does you will hear the different sounds. As you can see here, this one has different textures, so we can hear the different, see the different textures. You can't hear textures, but there we go. That's a bug actually. You can't eat if you right click on a fence. So this is basically how you install one. If for example there is say a new update that comes out, but you still use a resource pack from 1.6, for example when 1.7 comes out. When 1.7 comes out there will probably be new blocks and items to explore, but if they don't have if the pack isn't updated to that version, then you don't have to worry. You could still use the 1.6 version, but there will just be a fall through, so any new blocks or items will just have the normal vanilla textures instead of your texture pack's textures. Now Faithful I think pretty much stays up to date all the time, because the developer actually does it for snapshots as well. So you're pretty good on that front, but some may wait a while to update, so if you do want to use your texture pack, then you can do that very easily. And if you have a texture pack, you're an author from 1.5 and you're not sure how to get it to work with 1.6, that's because you need to convert it. There is a tool available, and I will link that down below, called Dinnerbone's Texture Ender. And what that will do is it will convert any 1.5 packs into 1.6 resource packs. So if you're even further out of date and you're still on 1.4, then what you need to do is you need to get another program, which I will also link in the description, to convert it, the Unstitcher, to convert it to a 1.5 texture pack. And then with the 1.5 pack, you need to convert it again to the new resource pack system. So all you've got to do is run these two tools. They do everything automatically for you, so you don't have to worry about fiddling with anything or trying to get anything to work. They just go about doing their thing, and they give you a file at the end which you can then go and use to install your resource pack. So as I say, there's plenty more to explore than just this. This is just a basic overview of what a resource pack is and what a resource pack does and so on. There are many more out there to explore, and I would encourage you to explore the different ones. You might find something you like. Coming up on my channel very soon, I will start doing resource pack test drives, and what will happen is I will have a world where we will look at all the different textures and sounds and everything else so that are all bundled into the pack, and you can actually check them out. And then if you like the one I reviewed, you can kind of try before you buy, and then you can go and grab that resource pack. There will always be a link in the description to it. So a big thanks to Vatic for being so helpful in allowing people to use this texture pack, and for being happy for people to do tutorials and so forth with it. It was a really useful pack to use. I hope that you found this tutorial useful and informative. Again, most people know how to do this, but if you're new to the game, then you might not know. So it's always good to just have a quick refresher. So as you've seen there, I just went into the options and then resource pack menu and just chose default. Now, a couple of things with that menu. If you're playing on a multiplayer server, the world doesn't pause like it does in single player, so be aware of that. Don't do it in a spot which could be considered dangerous. Or equally, if you have your single player world open to LAN, that also will mean that the game cannot pause. So just bear that in mind when fiddling around with resource packs and so forth. They can be installed directly from opening this and keeping the game open. I did close the game, but you will not be able to remove them from the folder without closing the game first. So if you want to delete a pack, you're going to have to close down the game and then delete it and send it to your recycle bin or do whatever with it. But that's just a basic overview of how to install and use a resource pack. The sounds and the fonts and the end credits and everything else, they just work in exactly the same way. You don't have to do any setup or anything like that. It just does it all automatically. So no need to worry about anything as regards that. It will do it all completely on its own. I'm going to try and get that cow back in. So all you've got to do is install it as shown in today's video. So that's going to be just about it from me today, guys. Next episode we're going to be talking about the food and hunger changes that occurred in Minecraft 1.6, and we will be up to an unbelievable episode 70 already, so I'm looking forward to that. I hope you are too, and I think that's going to be just about it from me today, guys. So I hope that you've enjoyed and you found it useful, and I hope to see you next time. So until then, guys, see you later and have a good day.